If we talking about best Marvel villains, then obviously names like Magneto or Thanos or Doctor Doom come up, and those are fair answers. All of them iconic in their own ways, all of them with a bunch of great stories and blah blah blah. But if we're talking about hatred, pure spite, pure pettiness, pure loathing from the bottom of the heart, I'm not gonna lie, Doom might be the only one that even approaches Bullseye. Dex killing Foggy in the first episode of Born Again was many people's introduction to just how petty this man is, but I promise you, it's so much worse. This nigga been terrorizing Matt for damn near half a century, and he takes pleasure in it. Now, Matt be getting buns. Everybody know that. He got hoes. However, messing with him might as well be attempted suicide, because almost everybody he fuck with end up dead one way or another, and Bullseye usually somewhere around the scene of the crime. In the comics, one of Matt's exes, Heather Glenn, who's in Born Again actually, committed suicide and hung herself. Another one, his exes, Gloriana, got chucked out a window. Those are the only two that Bullseye didn't attempt to kill at one point or another. First, he turned a lecture into a shish kebab back in the 80s. Then he whacked Kieran with one of Daredevil's own billy clubs. He tried to murder Matt's next girlfriend, a blind lady named Milla, but Matt spun back and saved her at the last second. His life goal is pretty much to cause Matt as much pain as physically possible. Back in the 80s, Bullseye got cancer one time and he had a big ass tumor in his head that made him even crazier than normal. He started hallucinating and everybody looked like Daredevil to him, so he just ran around murdering everybody he saw. At the end of that story, Matt saved his life after whooping him by dragging him out of the path of an oncoming train. And when Bullseye found out that it was Matt who saved him, he was pissed. And that's part of the reason he hates him so much. Listen to this dude, bruh. I'll break every bone in your body, grind your spine into powder, make every nerve you've got scream in agony. Like, damn, bitch, can you relax? It's really never that serious, bro. It's funny because it was actually his spine that ended up ground into powder. Matt was so tight after he killed the lecturer that when Bullseye was hanging from his hand about to drop to his death, Matt didn't save him this time and he just let him fall. I'm assuming that's what they were referencing in the show when Matt pushed him to what he thought would be his death after he killed Foggy. Just a brief moment of insanity after a loved one died. Bullseye survived both times though, and he ended up hating Matt even more. In the comics, it was actually that fall that paralyzed Bullseye in the first place, and he was frozen in that hospital bed pissed, bro. His little angry ass rants be frying me. My spine is shattered. I can't feel my arms or legs. I can't even talk. But man, can I hate. I hate you more than ever, and that'll be enough. This nigga completely petrified from head to toe when he said he gonna survive off straight hate. It ain't nobody like him, bruh. These two despise each other so much that they literally formed a mental link between each other based off hate. No, I'm not joking. They deadass were able to sense when the other one was near just based off of how strong their dislike was. These niggas got hate telepathy, bro. Matt literally traveled from New York to Japan just to find Bullseye and beat his ass. Looking for an international fade is crazy. It's something wrong with him. And it's worse because every time Matt comes close to killing Bullseye, he either bikes out last second or Bullseye somehow lives. He's just too petty to be killed, bruh. There was one time he pushed Matt so far over the edge that Matt just started tweaking it, carving circles in his head with a rock while telling him to kill himself. I don't know if End of Days is canon anymore, but in that story, Bullseye kills Daredevil in the future, and then shortly after he kills himself because he feels like there ain't shit left to do. His whole purpose was harassing Matt and making his life miserable. It's like scoring a game-winning touchdown in a high school football championship game when you're not going D1. That story had a lot of weird shit going on with Matt having a secret daughter with Black Widow or something, and Ben Urich's son became the next Daredevil. It was all very strange. Bullseye was still kinda at the center of that story though. These two got a whole different kind of beef than everybody else in Marvel, bro. It's way past personal at this point. And the best part is, Bullseye is so deranged and dangerous at the same time that he could literally do anything for any reason and it would be in character. Matt was so scared of him after he went to get his spine fixed that he started writing his will before going to squabble with him. I don't blame him. This dude shattered a car window with a playing card and shattered glass with a paper airplane. Physics wise, that makes zero sense whatsoever, but he's clearly not human in any way. In universe, I don't even think there's an explanation for his powers. I think at one point he was a mutant, but I remember them retconning that or something, and now he can just do that just because. I don't know. Either way, he been giving Matt hell for like 50 years. Now he doing it in live action too. In season 3, he didn't really have a deep personal vendetta against Matt yet. Now he does. The way he was laughing in Matt's face was frying me. Not to mention the fact that he could have headshotted Foggy and just chose not to do that so that Matt could hear his heart fade. That's nasty work, bruh. Bullseye just randomly killing anybody in the vicinity while fighting off Matt at the same time just because he feels like it is the perfect representation of who he is as a character. Shorty was limping and he doing trick shots through her neck. I would have been in the afterlife pissed. What'd he say fuck me for? Meanwhile, Matt all depressed and shit again. His full-time job isn't even vigilantism anymore. It's just pain and mental torture on a daily basis. I had my problems with the first couple episodes of Born Again, I won't lie. Mainly the weird lighting and the funky CGI. Comparing some of the shots to those from the original show, especially the way the scenes are lit, is embarrassing considering Disney got way more money. They definitely rushed through the beginning too, which I guess I kind of expected because it was a complete reboot and the MCU was weirdly allergic to taking their time with things. They could have easily made the show a couple episodes longer and eased us into the story better, especially because all the original seasons were 13 episodes and they cut it down to 9 now, just because. When it comes to Bullseye and Matt though, that shit was perfect. Him killing a fly with a paperclip just because is just a Bullseye ass thing to do. He's definitely gonna break out later and cause havoc. He always does. I want him to be one of those recurrent villains for street level characters in the MCU. It would be the funniest thing ever. Moral of the story is, don't be cool with Matt Murdock or Bullseye most definitely coming for that ass. Catch y'all later.